Hey guys, it's your girl Bella, and I'm back here with another episode. This episode is very sad to talk about, but I feel like somebody needs to hear my story because I am able to give my advice out here publicly, and maybe whoever's listening, this can help. So, let's start off by saying it is Wednesday around 12 o'clock, and I look like shit. Normally, I would be at work working with children. I work with 2 year olds, and I'm not there. I know I preach about, making money and stuff like that, but I haven't gone on the topic about mental health. So, around the age of when I was 16, I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression. I never really dealt with anything like medications. I've never done anything about it other than going to see a therapist when I was younger. So recently, to add on to the story, I just moved to Virginia. I'm out of state. It's hard. This is my first time being out on my own, and it's different. It's different when you've never been away from your family, your friends. It's hard. But, I jumped into this and I went full force with it. Like, I'm ready to start my life. I'm 25 years old. I need to get my life started. Trying to do the right thing, trying to get better at saving money, trying to do better for my son. I was, ready for it. So, lately, I haven't been mentally all there, I could say. With anxiety, I start to think negative thoughts, and it starts to take over your mind a little bit. And I've never dealt with that stuff. At work, I'm like stressed out, stuff like that. And then I get sad because I miss my family. I want to be there. I want to have Saturdays at two different states. And that's impossible. But it's a lot of emotional stuff just piling up just constantly. And it started to get to my head to the point where I'm starting to think negative, and why did I even do this, and how could I be so stupid to just rush into this, and I don't know if this is for me, and maybe I need to go back, maybe I need to break my lease, maybe I need to be with my family. It's all these constant rushes of emotions that I go throughout the day, every day, especially while I'm at work and I'm aggravated and I just start thinking and my heart starts racing and I'm just like, all right, Sade, stop. Like, you're at work. You need to focus on what you're doing right now. I guess a lot of stuff is just built up, and I'm a very strong individual. So I may not show that I'm hurting, or I may not say that I'm hurting, but deep down inside, you never know. People can be crushed on the inside, but they still wear this beautiful smile on their face. They still get up every day and, live life normally. I'm not saying that I'm not normal, but I know that now I have some stuff I need to work out in my brain. So back to the beginning, the whole anxiety and depression thing. I kind of had my first anxiety attack a couple days ago. Never happened to me before. There's times where I've cried, and sometimes it's a little heavier than others, but this time was different. This time I felt like I not so much blacked out, but I felt like I just lost reality of what was going on in front of me. I'm crying, I'm trembling, and like I can't catch my breath. When kids be like when they're crying. But as an adult, it was much stronger, it was much harder, and I just felt weight, and I'm just like, why is this happening, or what am I doing here? And it just went on for a little while, and I didn't know how to snap out of it, and that was scary. For people who think that anxiety is just a mental thing, your mental is very strong. It can physically affect you. I'm not saying that I'm just crazy or going insane, anything like that, because that is not what anxiety is, but It's just a way that your body functions when you're under a lot of pressure and you're just under a lot of stress, and it's a wave of emotions. It's like a roller coaster. I wanted to speak about this because, like I said, I'm at home today on Wednesday when I should be at work. I did call out of work. I know people may think, like, why would you ever call out of work just because you were upset? People go through things every day, but they have mental health days. You can take a day and just say, listen, my head is not all there. I will be back tomorrow. Sorry for the inconvenience, and take your mental health day. If your job does not understand that, maybe you need to reconsider your job, because this up here comes first before anything else. My boss tried to give me a hard time about it and was like, I'm sorry about whatever you have going on, but I need you at work. And I said, I apologize for that because this was inconvenient. It was inconvenient for me too. I didn't know this was going to happen, and nor did I want it to happen. But I need to get my mental together. She ain't even text back. But you know what? They'll be okay. They will be okay. They're not going to fire me because you can't. Secondly, I don't know what else to tell you. This is me. This is something that I had to accept. Like, this stuff is real. I used to be very blind to this. Like, yeah, I have it, but I never dealt with it. Like, I get little panic attacks and my heart starts racing a little bit, but then, after a couple minutes it stops. This was something totally different I have never experienced. And for anyone who has ever dealt with having anxiety attacks or panic attacks or deal with, depression moments of their lives or their, everyday activities, like, I'm praying for you. Just as I hope that everyone else out there is praying for me too. I hope this message was able to help people understand a little bit more about anxiety and depression, that this is not a game. If you think somebody is faking because they say they can't get out of bed because of whatever they're feeling, or that, just because they're crying and they're really going through something, that does not mean that they're weak. That means that they are strong and they are able to take on a lot. And sometimes that a lot is way too much for one person. So please learn more about anxiety, depression, things you can do to help people who have these problems. Be that person that they can go to and you're able to calm them down and help them focus on breathing. Be that person to help them be a little bit stronger every day when they don't feel it in themselves. Thank you all for watching. And I hope that you guys continue to stick around with me through Signed by Bella, because this is one of my outlets, is being able to hand out advice for free. I'm somebody that people know on Instagram, not famous, but I'm just saying I know a lot of people, and this word is getting out there to somebody. It's touching somebody. It's influencing and inspiring somebody. Please continue watching Signed by Bella. Thank you all for watching. I'm out.